All right. Blah, 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 blah. Used games.
Yes. They didn't talk about it during the press event, but following Twitter, many sources, including Jeff, what's his last name?
Jeff Keighley.
Jeff Keighley has confirmed that Microsoft will not support used games, and if you want to buy a used game, you're going to have to pay a fee. What the fee is, we do not know, to play that used game. The reason for this is games are now linked to your gamer tag. We have information about your gamer tag in a few minutes. But they're linked to your gamer tag. So if you want to play that used game or that baller frame game from your friend, if they put in their Xbox One, because it installs the Xbox now, you will have to pay a fee to play it. What that fee is, we don't know. As long as it's a reasonable amount, like $5 to $10, that could be okay. But 20 or higher, I don't see it.
$10
working.
even is a little high.
A little. That's as high as I'm willing to go.
Considering, though, that you get to keep the game, I think it's going to be a substantial price, but not the full $60.
I don't know.
They want to get their full retail money as much as they can, you know? 'Cause,
yeah, but if they make games too inaccessible...
yeah, but if you think about it, though, you could buy a game for $60. Like, say, 5 friends each go out and buy a different game for $60. They swap it in between them. That's 5 different copies of each one of those games. That is 25 games. Instead of 25 sales, they get 5 sales.
I understand.
That's a
that.
significant loss, mainly because you get to keep the games now.
Well, yeah, I understand that, but...
Now, they could make it to where you have to put the game in the disk drive periodically once a week to update it. You know what I'm saying?
That's going to be aggravating if they do something like that. I mean...
Just like, you know, you haven't updated your game, please pop it in to update your license agreement or something like that.
I like the whole no game required to play, but it's pretty much they're using a no CD hack for PC games. I don't mind installing the game and putting it back in Xbox like I do for my 360, but if that means that we're going to have to pay a fee to play used games or games we borrow from our friends, I don't know. I'm still a little iffy about that. Maybe they'll announce more on that.
That's the one thing I'm kind of
Additionally,
iffy
though,
about, but...
Well, I mean, you know, when they do this, if they make used games so expensive that it would just, you know, to avoid all the hassle, you could just buy a new game. They might actually end up losing money that way. And let me just say this: when games become more expensive like that, people aren't really willing to take that chance. You know, they might sell less games because they're going to want to say, I don't know. They're going to want to make sure it's good so the customer gets his or her $60 worth. So, you know, to balance this out, they might need to add a lot more demos.
Yeah.
They probably will. Every game probably have a demo now.
They'll probably have it to where you can play the game uninhibited for like 2 hours or something, get as far as you can.
I don't know, maybe.
That's what Sony does with PlayStation Plus. You get an hour to play the game. You get to keep the trophies that you get too.
Interesting.
Yeah. At least I think. I don't do PlayStation Plus, so don't fucking yell at me in the comments if I get that wrong. Okay.
Backward compatibility. They announced that off the screen that they've announced, and a little bit of sad news. Your Xbox 360 games will not be backwards compatible. Nor will your original Xbox or any of your arcade titles, which is very saddening. Probably one of the saddest bits of news to come from this, but it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
I'm still a little hopeful that they'll find something for this.
Like Sony? Like what they're doing? Like they're going to stream every game?
Maybe. But I'm hoping more along the lines of, you know, you might have to pay, I don't know, somewhere in the realm of $50 and $100 for essentially a disk drive and just a smaller version of the 360. And you can play used games that way.
I'm not comfortable paying for an outside peripheral just to play games that I've already paid for, when a console can have some sort of emulation software or some sort of background process to play games from an old console. It doesn't make sense to me that a console cannot play games from its previous console, and if it plays the games, it plays very little of them. I just don't understand that concept. It may be an engineering issue, a processing issue, but to me it doesn't make any sense.
I find it hard to believe that they would, cheat us on this. They still have games coming out for the 360. For example, Call of Duty Ghosts, that's going to be on the 360. It comes out in November.
And it's going to be the next Xbox. Xbox One.
And so, there's probably going to be more coming out around that time. And didn't they say it was going to be this year, Xbox One?
Yes.
Most of the game announced for 360 in this year will be compatible with the next gen, so you pretty much can just pick it up for the next gen, just wait a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I'm hoping GTA 5 will do that, so I can go ahead and just pre-order that for the next gen.
They said they're not going to do that, but knowing Rockstar, they might.
They might, because it's not going to last that long, especially if it's going to be a release in November or something.
Yeah, that comes out in September, and then...
Or one more thing they could do. You can mail in the disc, and they can mail you a code for the downloadable version of the game when it comes out on Xbox Live.
Yeah, that's...
Sort of like how, you can mail in your Xbox 360 version of Dishonored, and they can...
Like, give them the receipt to prove that you...
Well, the receipt or the actual game disc.
Yeah. Like, if you bought a brand new 360 game, but you don't own a 360, you could mail them the game and the receipt, and they would just send you a download code?
Yeah, something like that.
What if you don't have the receipt for the game? Because I don't have any of my receipts for the game. Cause I just
Me
I mean, like, if you bought a brand new one after the Xbox One's out.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Or you can just send them the PLC.
Yeah.
So then are we just...
Or PLP, I should mean. Proof of purchase.
But then wouldn't that mean that we're just out of luck for the older ones?
I don't know.
But unless they do something that could be possible, which is sad, but it's... I mean... All these new next-gen games, who's going to be playing a real... The only arcade game I see, or in-game from Xbox, I see me playing mostly is Minecraft. So I'm hoping they'll find a way to port that over. If not, bring a new next-gen version. Because if they bring it to the Xbox One, we can probably have unlimited worlds, and we can probably have all these features the PC version has that we can't have right now.
Definitely.
And 4J is still working on updates. They're working on the TU Update 12 at the moment, which adds 1.2.3 Minecraft features from the PC version to the console with future update implemented as well. So I do hope that Minecraft personally comes to the Xbox One in some shape, form, or fashion.
Honestly, when you think about it, backwards compatibility doesn't matter too much.
It doesn't. Just look at the original Xbox games. I only have one that plays, and I don't play it that much anyway.
I'll tell you one reason why. They announced 15 exclusives within the first year. You heard me right. 15 exclusive games for the Xbox One. Won't be on PS4 ever. These are first-party Microsoft games.
Yes.
That are going to be on exclusively on Xbox One within the first year. That's something that Sony fans always rag on us about. Saying, oh, you guys don't have that many exclusives. Well, now we're going to. Thank God!
And I believe 8 of these exclusives are brand new IPs, which I'm really looking forward to, because we need some new IPs on Xbox.
Yes.
Because Gears and Halo and Call of Duty can't last forever.
Oh, Call of Duty's not.
Well, it's not exclusive, but it's still people play it mostly on Xbox.
We saw Forza.
And Forza.
Which looks orgasmic. And I have to say, hopefully the other 14 will be just as good.
Yes.
If that's counted in that 14, which it should be, right?
It should be. What,
Yeah.
Forza?
Yeah, it should be in the 15.
Because it's a new-gen exclusive.
Yeah. So, and as always, COD Ghost will have exclusive DLC
on the
for
Xbox
2 months.
First.
Yeah.
Another bit of news from IGN. I'll give you the link to it so you can go to it. But Microsoft has confirmed that your gamer score will be able to be ported over from your 360 to the Xbox One, along with your gamer tag and your avatar. This news comes from UK's marketing director speaking out of a screening of the Xbox reveal event in London. So if you want to read that for yourself, I'll put a link to IGN's article in the description box below. Go check it out. Your avatar, your gamer score, your gamer tag will be able to transfer over, which is expected. I expected it anyway.
That was awesome.
Yes, I cannot wait.
What was that one game from Remedy?
Quantum
Break?
Unbreak? Quantum Unbreak?
No, I think it was like
Quantum Break!
Quantum
Right there,
Break,
yeah.
there we
It looked really good. Graphics-wise.
Yes.
I was hoping for Alan Wake 2. Maybe it will be in the Alan Wake universe. I hope so.
It may be, who knows?
So we got any more Twitter updates real quick?
Uh,
I know you got some stuff that I didn't cover. What, like the...
just some stuff about Snap and Skype. Oh, and the way they advertise, the way they gave us Connect 2.0, it might actually get me to get a UFC game for Xbox One.
Yeah,
Because
that
it
one
looks
looked pretty good.
Because it looks like it'll immerse you a little more than 360 titles have in the past.
Yeah. And see, also you got this game DVR, which I forgot about, which that sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the thing that you talked about would replace capture cards, or
Yeah,
at least
that's
do a
what
little bit.
surprisingly Dolphin was talking about. He couldn't join us today, but yeah.
It will allow users or players to save and share gameplay footage, and possibly gives the publishers the ability to create dynamic achievements. So, I guess that means capture this and this in this game to want this achievement, or maybe it just gives the publishers a greater more thing to do for the game. I don't know.
Yeah, that's something we heard about a long time ago, dynamic achievements, like where that they could change it at any point and add as many as they wanted to. They didn't address that today. Hopefully they'll talk about that in the near future. But we got E3 coming up, so that's good.
So any games that you've gotten all the achievements on could change at any given moment?
Yeah. So all those
I
achievement
see a
hunters,
lot of people getting mad about that.
they get the full 1,000 out of 1,000 when the game comes out. Like, yeah! They wake up, it's like, what? There's a new achievement?
Literally just 5 seconds ago, I had this thing completed.
Just got some breaking news in from IGN. Again, description if you want to read it. The Xbox One will not function without the Kinect attached. It says Xbox UK marketing director. Kinect does require to be connected to Xbox One in all cases. Yes, he said. Asked whether the Xbox One will accommodate people who perhaps play in their bedroom rather than living room, Engel replied, yes, absolutely. We use the living room almost as a monkeyer. That's where we assume the best screen is in the house. Again, if you want to read all this, description below for IGN's 2 articles I mentioned. But again, Xbox One will not function without the Kinect attached.
I wish they'd had like a blind eye feature on that or something, because, you know, I often play games in attire that I wouldn't go out in public and wear.
I play shirtless and I'm fat as fuck.
Yeah, but you wouldn't go out shirtless in public, would you?
No, I don't want people's eyes to burn out.
So, yeah.
So what you could do is you could just put like a rag or something over it.
Yeah, but it just seems like all it takes is just one instance of you forgetting to do that, and then other people see it, and then it's all over YouTube.
Just don't Skype. Just don't Skype without a shirt. So overall, what did you think about the press conference, especially compared to Sony?
Besides what people are complaining about on Twitter about no games, well, sweetie, there's still E3, which should be always about the games. So I'm not too bad they didn't show a lot of games off. They showed the games that showed the hardware was what we needed. They announced the console. They announced kind of the release date. We know it's this year. No price, which kind of was a little bummer for me. But overall, I'm far more impressed with this conference than I was with Sony's, because they actually revealed the console, unlike Sony.
Yeah, right out of the fucking bat.
And no, that teaser for the console doesn't count.
Honestly, I think they could have done more, but watching it was definitely not a waste of my time.
Fun. Very good reveal, I think. Very good reveal. In fact, they actually showed the console when there's a console reveal. That irks me so bad that you could announce something, expect somebody to pay hundreds of dollars for it, and like, oh yeah, we're not gonna show it to you, but fuck you. That's the first time in the history of a console that it's been announced and not been shown. I'm sorry, but that's just stupid.
It's like announcing a book, but not showing them the cover art for the book.
Or the title.
Or like announcing a soft drink, but not telling them what it is.
It's like,
It's a new drink. Okay, what's it called? I can't tell you that yet. Okay.
What flavor is it?
That is classified.
it's like,
I don't know.
it's like Walmart puts out McDonald's puts out an ad for like, oh, the Big Mac 2. Come check it out. It's awesome. You see a bunch of people smiling. You see them eating French fries and drinking a Coke, because that goes with the Big Mac. They show games because that goes with the console, right? Well, they didn't show the Big Mac at all. They expect you to go into McDonald's and say, hey, I want a Big Mac too, even though you don't know what it looks like. That's what Sony was expecting.
You don't know what comes on it. You don't know how big it is, how small it is.
Yeah. Also, from the teaser images that we've seen, like, it looks exactly like the next Xbox. Like the paint scheme, everything, and the PS4 actually looks bigger.
Yeah.
And the Xbox One is a behemoth. Big behemoth.
Pretty much like a little cable box, but it plays games and you can watch cable and satellite and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's big, but it does a lot, so it'll probably replace quite a few things.
Yep.
I'm sure they'll slim it down in a few years when it comes out, like they did with the original Xbox or the 360.
Yeah. If you want a good size comparison, if you have a cable box, it's about like that.
Pretty much. Pretty much exactly what it's like, which
Or-
isn't a bad thing.
Or if you have a slim 360, go about another good 4 inches to the left, and there you go. That is the Slim, or the Xbox One. So, I think it was a good press conference.
Very. All we need now is the price and some more games at E3, and I'm good to go.
Oh yeah, definitely looking way more forward to this. And that concludes the very first episode of the Xeno Hive. Sorry we didn't have surprisingly Dolphin with us today. Normally this is going to be a foursome of a show instead of a threesome, but yeah.
That just doesn't sound right.
That's why I said it. But yeah. Personally, as you heard, we actually kind of like the conference, but we're all Microsoft fanboys, basically. I'm the only one that actually owns a Sony console. Evil
Yeah, I got
Omega,
the Vita.
yeah, he owns a Vita, as do I. But, yeah.
As always, like, dislike, leave any comments in the comment section below. We want to hear your opinion. Subscribe if you like, it really does help. We'll be bringing you lots more videos. And as always, stay connected. Bye!